That's pretty good. Yeah. Look at that.
Get the door. How's it going?
Yo, boy.
What is going on? What is going happen?
Yo, oh shit.
Fellow
We're breaking.
and
We're breaking
fellettes. Is that a thing?
Fellettes? Yo, it is
Fellows and
now.
fellettes.
What's up, my...
What were you gonna say?
Yo, let's not go there. Let's go there. just put a bunch of beliefs right now. Like this, they won't even hear the sentence, but like...
Just the unsuccessful dismount. You just like triple backflip and go to land on your feet, and you just like you
Snap
break your
your
legs back.
Holy fuck.
How's it going, everybody? It's been a minute for the podcast. I mean, we haven't really been anywhere.
Is this the first one of the
Channel-wise.
year?
Of this year, yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, the last one was like fucking half a year ago or longer.
I'm so old.
Like it, dude, it was summer last time we did this.
Ew. Yo, it's gonna be summer in like next week. If this weather keeps up. I'm speaking like an old man. Yo, the weather recently, you seen that?
This is the problem with getting older. You just start talking about this. This is the thing, man. When you're younger, you laugh about all the mundane shit old people talk about, and then you get old and you start being mundane.
Yeah. Well, because you're just happy to talk about anything with your bro.
You're just like, oh, dude, I fucking got out of bed this morning and hurt my back.
And you informed me.
Did I?
No, you didn't inform me.
Dude, I hurt my back. Just text you.
Bro, me too. Which spinal section was it this time? Which vertebrae? 23. Same. I got 23 and 24.
No, I think I need a fusion.
Yeah. I fucking herniated disc so hard it flew across the room.
Just think there's going to be some unhinged person that's going to think of like spinal fusion, and they're going to just like think about Dragon Ball Z. Like spinal fusion. The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, he was charging a Kamehameha in the morning. Really, it was just his back snapping.
Fucking.
Just like, it's his back again.
The Gen Z mindset is unreal.
Dude, now that I'm older, that one scene in The Incredibles where his back cracks.
Oh my god.
And then the robot picks him up and stretches him out again. I'm like, yo, that probably feel really good.
Yeah.
Where as a kid, I was like,
when you sit there and like all of your bones are cracking and you're like, man, you know how like Genghis Khan used to like fucking rope people up and fucking pull them apart?
Yeah. Yeah, I need that in my life.
There's like half a
Bring
second
back
of
the
relief
Khan
as
roping.
You're just like half a second of relief as your bones crack and straighten out, and then your fucking limbs get ripped off.
We should make a post about that and just say hashtag roping at the end. That
Oh my god. Jesus.
Any of my hashtag ropers out there?
The answer is yes, and we do not want to associate with that group, okay?
I will not elaborate. I refuse to elaborate.
All right. Well, holy shit, what an intro. What is going on with the Liam recently? There's been a lot that's happened.
I have a wife now. I have 4 kids.
It's like he's advanced 10 years in 6 months.
Yeah, no. I found love.
Yeah,
and
you
I
did.
found God. No, I'm kidding. I did not find God. God found me in a woman. There we go. What else? I'm a painter now. That's all I've been doing. Painting.
Yeah.
Painting.
Well, I mean,
you've
been finishing up a lot of the stuff that you've been doing, like in the building side of things.
Yeah.
So it's just another skill that you're picking up.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, I'm like training. This is my training arc continues. I'm on year 4 of training arc. Seriously. 2019, 2020 was like the start of my training arc, and it's still going.
Anime protagonist, 1 episode.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
4 years.
So
Four seasons of building up to that moment when his shirt's off, he's all ripped and he screams to the heavens.
Oh, dude, that's the next step is getting ripped. Now I need to actually like get the body to go with it.
Yeah.
Like I got the knowledge. I'm still a dweeb in the library, just like pondering over books. If I was the anime pro tag,
Speaking of books, I started amassing a manga collection.
Oh, yeah, that's huge, man.
The first physical manga that I purchased and read was Blue Lock.
Nice, yeah, dude.
And I again, Blue Lock been popping off. I just started. I haven't seen any episodes. I haven't seen any clips on it. I'm just like going in blind.
Good. That's the best. That's the best, man. Dude, the sports like manga has been popping off these past couple years.
Oh, because they're full on turning into shonen.
Yeah. Well, and that's the sick part about it. It's like how do we make sports interesting for like people who don't?
It's not like a story about like sportsmanship and heart like Captain Tsubasa. I mean, like these guys like zoom in and fucking like those fucking All Might scenes in early My Hero.
Yeah, or One Punch Man.
Yeah,
yeah, like where it just goes over the top.
Just for like insane art for 10 seconds.
Yeah, over animating.
Yeah,
it's this over mangaing.
Yeah. There's the one thing about it was funny when I was reading the first volume is that like I was reading it so quickly, and then when I was folding back through it, I'm like, dude, there are so many fucking like full spread art pages just in this one volume. So I'm like, hey, it's a quick read. Like those volumes are a healthy size. Just looking at them, you read them, you're done in like 20 minutes. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude. That's like the thing with Dragon Ball for me the past like couple years of reading Super is like they go by so quick, and it's once a month.
You're reading digital, yeah?
Yeah.
I have physical copies ordered and supposed to arrive, but I've gotten a lot of delays. I was putting off buying Jujutsu Kaisen to read because the release of the physical release of the store that I'm getting them from is like getting them a few volumes in, and then the starting volumes are taking forever to arrive. They keep delaying them. I'm like, bruh, I just want to read this shit.
This makes no sense to me. Why don't I have volumes 1 to whatever first? You'd think.
Right?
You'd think.
Holy fuck.
That's
like these
head scratcher.
The worst part is too, though. It's like you think like they're delayed. They've been out for years. What do you mean it's delayed? Like that's so crazy.
Who's buying them? The shipping container got lost.
I don't know what the fuck's
swept
going
out.
on. It's so insane, though.
The whole supply,
absolutely crazy.
The fish is reading Jujutsu Kaisen like tweaking fish.
For anyone who can't see, because we don't have cameras on us, so no one can see what's going on.
I got us. Whip out the fucking hold it like this for 2 hours or whatever.
No, you know what? At some point, you know what? Actually,
we could actually set it up. We each have a phone.
We don't have. Well, okay, we'll get it going the next time, but
yeah,
because next time, you know what? I'll buy tripods.
Yeah.
I have one, but I'll buy a second one, and then we can have a setup like that.
You can mount them on here. Does this screw off on the mic arm?
I wouldn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not for any other reason other than just the awkwardness and the potential that if you like the weight causes it to fall down constantly, it's just a pain in the ass. I'd rather just have a dedicated mount or stand
with a shock mount.
With what?
So that when I get up and do antics, it doesn't vibrate the whole fucking frame.
Well, a tripod for your phone wouldn't shake and vibrate.
You sure about that?
I'd fuck it.
I'm like,
what are you talking about?
I'm like queso, bro.
I've never actually sat and watched one of his streams. I always see his clips though.
He's pretty funny. He kind of like gets real heated about shit.
This is the thing.
That's his thing.
I don't watch streams for things like that, mostly because I find that if you're waiting for the funny stuff to happen, that you again, like you're not every streamer is always on all the time, right?
No.
So it's like you can't expect to go in there and sit in a stream for hours and think it's going to be like 10 content constantly.
Yeah.
Right? That's the nice thing about what we do, is that we give you the best of what we have, which is being on, right? So we do our 2 to 4 hour sessions and just fucking rip and give you top tier shit over the course of like months.
Yeah.
Right. But the reason why we're able to stay on is because we have the luxury of like half an hour videos over the course of that extended period. So like if we ever have a lull, it's usually because it's the end of the session.
Yep.
Like there's no other explanation for it.
Dude, I can't imagine how stressful it'd be if we had to pump content out constantly.
Oh man.
These people who are always on too, it's like they're a different breed.
I chalk it up to either like cocaine or just like hyperactive
drugs.
Well, I'm like, how do you have that kind of energy where you can just wake up any given day? Because there are full-time streamers that'll go for like fucking 8 hours a day just ripping the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you live? How are you alive? How is your heart not beaten out of your chest?
Yeah, there's days where like I have to sit down after like a day of like fucking painting and caulking and doing all the stuff, like, you know, manual work, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta do like master a song for someone, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like it's 6 p.m. I'm fucking dead. But these guys streaming, they're just going all day.
See,
like,
that's why I don't have a consistent schedule for that stuff. It's literally just like I have my consistent schedule. Funnily enough, when I stream, it's typically on days that I work. Because I'm already in that grinding headspace. Good. Yeah, that's a good point. Because if I'm chilling or if I'm like doing other shit, I don't want to even think about making stuff, because I'm just like, dude, I want to fucking have my day to myself and not even think about it.
That's a good point.
Because if you don't give yourself time to chill, right? Like, you just fucking walking around like a 90-year-old at like the age of fucking whatever.
Yeah, well, also if I feel like if I keep myself in like that mindset for too long, it just like I get like fucked up. Like I can't maintain it for too long. I also get stressed out or like on edge or just like,
oh geez, fuck,
too invested.
When we're talking about the mindset, like the grinding mindset of creators and the fact that manga was a part of the conversation, I think it bears some talking about, right? Akira Toriyama.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. I was gonna touch on that. Yeah.
I was just thinking
R.I.P.
of that,
the
like,
legend, man.
I'm like, we brought up manga and we brought up the grind. That fucking man.
Oh, the embodiment.
That fucking man was the grind.
Yeah.
Fucking 40 years of just like epic fucking effort. Like that man was just unhinged.
Did you see the post Oda put up?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, dude. I teared up a little bit reading that.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a gut punch. I wasn't expecting, but
no. Yeah, and it was like,
well, this is the thing. He successfully maintained his private life.
Yeah.
Right? There's like what, 4 or 5 pictures of him in his life that are public.
Yeah, that's crazy, eh? Like, especially now in like today's age.
Oh, like
of like documenting fucking every little minute.
I think personally it's a product of where they're all from.
Yeah,
because in Japan you don't have like the mindset of the paparazzi just doesn't exist, right? You could not get away with that in Japan. People just fucking showing up to people's homes and like taking pictures of people walking out of their apartments.
They're fucking going to their garage.
Yeah, it's usually like one creeper, like, and it's usually the idol scene that has that kind of difficulty, which is very unfortunate, but that's usually where that's happening, if at all. It's pretty wild. But yeah, no, like RIP to the great
dude. And so like I haven't looked up anything about how that's gonna affect like releases or anything.
This is the thing.
It's like they guaranteed they were working on stuff we haven't heard about yet.
Well, like they've already said that. And like this is the thing, is that he's been setting up for this inevitability for ages, right? They have a whole team dedicated to the future of Dragon Ball. They have a whole team dedicated to like the Dragon Quest games. Like the influence of his work is going to carry on. It just is, right? Like it's the idea of like like do you, you know, there's things that are just too big. Do you seriously think like, you know, it's like, to flip it over, like George Lucas passes away, he's already sold it off to Disney. There's already people, right? He sort of built up Dave Filoni to be like the next him, right? So it's, as long as you have the right eyes and the right hands on it, it's fine. I'm not overly worried about the future of the product or the future of the franchise. It's more, I more think about like what that loss means to like fans, the community, like the connection they have to the work, and the, you know, the family, the friends, things like that.
Well, there's definitely a level of trust that comes with like the creator still being around. Like,
dude, I don't have a will drawn up, but I think at the very least I need to have something with like logins and stuff so that one of y'all could post a video and be like, yo, Josh died, channel's over.
You know, if you go down, this whole ship's going down.
Probably.
Yeah. No, I'll keep it alive. I'll be Liam rebranding into DIY Tuesdays or whatever. I don't know.
I think it'd be one of those things, and like, well, I said to Kyle too, I said in the event that something like that ever happened, I mean, he's already got editor's rights, so he can sort of like upload and do things like that.
Okay.
And honestly, I'd be like, I'm like take my PC, edit the last episodes, put up a thing saying I died.
Just leave it in the corner, persistent.
Well, and again, it's like we're not like
a picture of Josh with X's over his eyes.
It might be a vain thought to think that anyone would care, but it's the idea that
I'd care.
Well, okay, I'm not talking about you guys though. You're my boys. Of course you'd care. I'd hope.
A little bit.
Yeah. Glad that fucking cunt's dead. Eh?
Yeah. So, anyways, he's gone.
Okay. Don't have to fucking deal with that bullshit anymore.
I can upload all of my fucking like absolutely cracked ADHD gameplay to the channel now. Just run this baby into the ground. Let's go.
Well, it's just like, I don't know. It's just the mindset that, again, like the reason why I say it would be vain is that like we do have like 280 odd subs, right, at the time of recording. But you know, I mean, like if I go, it affects the people that I know personally. Right. I don't know that there's anyone who watches that would be like anything other than be like, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
On to the next thing. Right. It's kind of how things work.
That's sad, eh? Think about all the creators we've lost over the years, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, and you stay relevant to people by like, you know, and you stay like honored by people as long as they remember you.
Yeah.
Right. And that's like, you know, like for family and friends, that's, you know, until everyone has got dementia or passed away.
That's kind of scary.
The other side of that is like as a creator, if you're big enough that you make it into some form of history and people kind of carry on your legacy that way.
Yeah.
It's the thing, like your legacy in reality should be designed to be something for your close family and friends, right? Your legacy is the memories you leave with them.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, like everything else, like if you're remembered for doing something, that's kind of just a bonus, you know.
That's a huge goal, is to be remembered, man. That's a big
to
thing.
Leave some kind of impact.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the thing. I always talk about how it's necessary to leave an impact on people, even if it's just one person, right?
Yeah. That's a huge achievement in and of itself.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, you know, I would hope that I've done something to impact any one of you guys, or anyone that I've made some kind of connection with.
Oh, for sure you have, yeah.
But yeah, no, it would just be,
bro, the fucking like the fact that I've absorbed half your humor and mannerisms to the point that I can't stop. It's involuntary now.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, if you die, your jokes and your humor will live on through me via osmosis.
Yeah.
Like absorbed it.
Yeah, you've just taken that on.
I'll just move into your room.
You all have. It's actually like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's like the inside jokes of friends who've known each other way too fucking long.
Like it would just be like the stupidest shit, but we're like busting a gut.
Oh yeah.
Over just like we could make eye contact.
Dude, we were like, I picked you up, and within like 30 seconds we were both laughing. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like you get in my car, you're like, yo, what's up, boy? And then you fucking like go to fist bump me, and within 30 seconds we're both wheezing.
Yeah.
It's just, that's how it is. It's just the vibe.
Just guys being dudes.
Dudes being guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were going to try and high-five me with your foot. I'm like, oh, I'm stuck down here.
Getting comfortable.
Just puts his foot on me.
Just guys being dudes, you know? Starts playing footsies with them. Bro.
Yo.
That's
Stop
more
it. You're
than
turning
guys.
me on.
Yeah, you better quit it now.
Yeah, I hope you're ready. I've got oil.
Oh, God.
It's just like fucking like has a fucking panic attack.
Bro. I don't know
It's
if I
like,
want to
yo.
say this. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll say this. I'm just never going to show my girlfriend this channel. No,
You're like the amount of like fucking just like dude bro gay shit that we say to each other.
not that I'm afraid of doxing myself, because it's like I'm not ashamed of who I am, but there's a lot, like I put myself out there, so it's like, you know.
Well, okay, this is the thing though. I mean, it's like it's all like laughs.
Oh,
I mean, like,
yeah, you put the laughs in laugh all gamers.
it's the whole bit of like, we joke about that, but we're secure in our
Hell yeah.
heterosexualness.
Yeah, boy.
You know, I know you have a girlfriend and don't like sleeping with dudes.
You don't know shit. You haven't seen nothing yet, boy. Look out.
Next time we share a bed, I'm fucking you in the ass.
Next time we redefine mukbang.
Ew.
New genre just dropped. The
What?
fuck bang.
Isn't that a fucking, oh my god.
That's where you eat on camera.
Dude, you can tell I've fucking seen in my lifetime when like
thousands
Dude,
of
have you-
hours of flashing before your eyes.
No, I just like remembered the term mud pie.
Oh my god. Bro. Okay, I wanted to tell a story, but now we're on this. Yo, the fucking the mud zone. The mud, what was that guy? Mudbone?
Oh my god.
Bruh. That was eye opening. I remember where I was when I saw that for the first time. And it was not in private. It was at a Tim Hortons.
Oh my god. There are those situations though where you're just like hanging with the guys, especially especially when you're younger. I don't know why. We just like fucking like not even circle jerking, just sitting there watching shit like that.
Wait, why did it go to not even circle jerking, just like slightly edging?
No, I just mean the idea like no one's got their dicks out. They're just like you're just watching it for some reason. And then if any of you are unhinged enough to like wander off into the bathroom to go fuck around for a minute,
Bro, that's never happened to me. Has that happened to you?
Yeah, that happened.
Bro!
we were collectively watching it, and then like one of us disappeared, and I'm like,
Oh yeah,
bro,
we all know what he's doing.
fucking like 10 minutes in the bathroom here, fucking just like comes back all fucking just like his hair's all out, fucking all over the place.
Slightly frizzed. He's
Yeah.
sort of flushed. Bro.
He's just
That
like
shit, man. That was crazy. Yeah, okay. Fucking bullshitter.
it's like fucking just like sweating.
Dude, that's what I miss about being young and in school, was that like just some guy would feel particularly unhinged that day, and he would just come and be like, yo, have you seen this? And it's just like hardcore. This guy's just like jizzing rivers all over a girl's
What,
face.
you mean
It's
like in
what?
school?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't miss seeing that, because that was just like, oh, what the fuck am I looking at? But it's just like I miss the like
You're
serendipitous,
taking
like
mental
just
notes of the video titles so
randomly.
I can watch it later.
yeah, yeah, bro. Like
Oh,
looking for the
disturbed in person gets home. Yo, what was that video?
fucking gets the Facebook DM later that night. Yo, so
Yo, what was
that video you showed me earlier today. The sauce, bro.
Yo,
No,
that's horrible.
never asked for the sauce. I already know it.
Expect
Already
it.
seen it.
Never ask for the sauce. Expect it.
Yeah. It's like bad t-shirts.
We have so many. Kyle was talking to me about like merch hookups the last time we were recording. It was kind of funny. It's just like, yo, dude, I have a merch hookup for. He's talking about like the merch hookup for his band, and he's he's like, yo, if you need shirts, I'm just like, that's thank you, but that's wild. Just thinking like of all the different things we could put on shirts.
I think we get into Walmart.
Never, dude.
Oh, the Laugh a Lot Gamer section.
Just have like an Etsy page. That would be like the extent of it.
That'd be fire. That'd be fun. I'm not making those shirts though.
Fucking the Laugh a Lot Gamers sweatshop.
Where the laughs go to die.
Hey boys, fucking this is what we're just like. You're like, okay, so like, what are we recording? And then I just like hand you a bunch of blank shirts and some fucking like ironing stuff so you can put all the fucking text and shit on.
And then we pay them below minimum wage.
Nah, dude, it's the experience. You're just coming for the
Trudeau's wet dream.
Yo, nah, fuck. I always feel bad that I can't reward you guys financially. Like, no, it's one of those things that if this ever popped off, I'd be like, yo,
we're splitting it. 50. I get at least 50%. You guys can split the rest.
This is the thing. As like an independent brand, I've sat there and said like for each like whatever like say a video blows up like 50% like like half to me, half to you.
No, I mean I wouldn't be half. You'd take the majority because you're the ones like spearheading this whole thing.
Well,
so, you deserve it. You deserve it. I'm happy to help. But
my you know what? Honestly, this
he
is
said
like,
it legally binding.
the creator, like the group creation dream is making it big enough so that you can sustain people's lifestyles.
Yeah, not just you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, that's the huge thing.
Because like, of course, I want to be able to just like not have to do like real work. I don't know.
That's where it picks up.
Let me rephrase, because content creation is work, don't get me wrong. I guess just the idea of like real like tough labor, right? The idea that I'd never have to do retail or factory or warehouse work ever again. The idea that this would be it, right? Like everyone who creates would like to just do that and get paid for their work. And for me, if I could help anyone, if I could get there and help anyone come up with me at 100%, it's not even a maybe. It's like you build each other up.
Yeah.
Fucking that sandwich just came back for vengeance. You hear that hiccup?
I heard that.
That fucking hurt.
That triggered me, dude.
It triggered you?
It did, dude.
I'm done. I'm pissed.
The friggin' dogs have just been like, I don't know what it was, but like they've been eating nothing but their kibbles and bits. But they've just been like, rah, 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 and I hear them like off in a corner, just like hucking. And I'm like, what? What did you eat? Yeah. Like I guess they ate like a wrong blade of grass or something in the backyard. And it just made them vomit. And I'm like, oh. Yeah. But yeah, no. Fucking dog vomit.
You're dealing with younger dogs too.
Yeah.
At the time of recording, Molly is still alive. We don't know how much longer. Although it's funny to say that because we've been having that conversation since she was like 2 years old. We were like, oh, one day she's not going to be here. Is an infant. What are you crying for?
Literally has the rest of her life ahead of her.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, it's gonna be sad when she's gone. What are you trying to say?
What do you mean?
Just leaves.
Yeah.
That's the thing though. It's like
you know what?
Some dogs, they just like find a corner or like somewhere to go, and so it's like
there's that
with cats and stuff that I used to have. Man, I've been paranoid. I'm like, where are they? Where are they?
Yeah, because cats don't want to die near their people.
No, they don't. They go, they leave.
Dogs are kind of the same because
it depends on the dog.
Yeah, because they're like, it's like the pack mentality, right?
Yeah,
they just kind of they're like if I go off and die in the corner, then they'll be okay because they won't,
I'll be vulnerable because of me.
Yeah. Oh man, animals are too good.
Yep, we don't deserve them.
Not at all.
It's too.
Yo, we've talked about a lot of depressing shit on this fucking second.
I was gonna tell a story about
tell a story.
Me
tell
and my girlfriend.
Story. Tell it.
Okay.
We need some levity.
Yeah, I mean, like,
We've been jumping back and forth, but like,
friggin' ADHD tangents. Let's go. Okay, enough. No, but we were talking about fucking. What were we talking about? Like oil or something earlier. You're like, oh, I got the oil. You said something like that, and now I'm like, I need to stock up on oil. Like, what if, man? What if we run out? The apocalypse happens. What am I going to use? They're going to be making synthetic lube during the apocalypse. Then again, are they going to be making olive oil during the apocalypse? I don't know. But not that you should use olive oil, but I don't know. That just popped in my head, and I was like, I need to tell this to the world.
yeah,
Great.
I was like, as it was going on, I was thinking in my head, like, there is such a thing as oversharing sometimes.
There is a point. We found it. No.
We were getting there, but
Mm-hmm.
if you start talking about like fucking like details, then it's like, you know.
Oh, it's like that one the one episode we had where like those people were oversharing, and but also gaslighting and like pretending to be
Yeah, when they're 'cause
incestuous with each other.
yeah,
And I'm
no,
like,
that was unreal.
right, bro? It's just like, huh?
Well, it's the idea that it's like, it's so unhinged that it was being in public in front of a bunch of
On
other
a public
people.
beach. Just like, bro.
A crowded public beach.
Yeah.
It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Everyone's looking at us collectively being like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
That was the point where I walked away, and well, no, Travis walked away and I followed him because I was just like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, we don't know them.
Yeah, we broke off everyone who wasn't a part of that fucking couple situation. Well, you were the last to leave. That was the funniest part. You were just like,
I saw you guys go. I was like,
you're like, no way.
help me. I'm stranded on the island with the
If I leave, then
ancestors.
if I leave, then they'll know that everyone left because of them.
Yeah. we all just collectively get up and leave.
Yeah, it's like,
That'd actually be really funny. That ever happens again, we make eye contact, we both get up simultaneously, silently leave.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I fucking, it's the Irish goodbye.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, just
Yo,
get up
happy
and leave.
St. Patty's Day, everyone.
Not even, just
Yeah.
fucking, you just disappear. You just
Nice.
disappear into the night. Oh, that is like,
That's jokes.
if you're at it, and this is the thing I always say, like,
Permanent side quest.
you know, don't, and this is the thing, it's like, say goodbye to the people that you want to make note to, right? Like, if you're at a party with some friends, you obviously be like, yo, I'm headed out, but like everyone else, like, who gives a shit?
Fuck 'em.
They don't know you.
Nah.
They're not likely to care that you left.
Yeah,
They're not even gonna fucking notice, most likely. It's your friends that would be like, bro.
Yeah, he didn't say goodbye to me. Now, see, this is another thing of getting older, is like, now I say goodbye to my buds. And like, we have that like, I'll see you, like, you know.
Oh, dude, it's funny
Love
how
you,
like
bro.
the progression over
We
the
hang up
years
the
was
call.
like, it was always like an awkward, like, yeah, see you later. And now like, every single time I'm like, just giving my boys hugs.
Yeah, because you really don't know next time you see him.
Or if. Right.
Liam's going to Toronto again. It may never come back.
Dude, when you fucking like go to Toronto with Kevin, I'm just like,
Yo.
someone's gonna give him a bad acid, and that's
At least-
just gonna be it.
at least I'm not going
This
to-
man's gonna fucking, like, his ADHD is gonna surge into his brain. He's gonna explode.
It's my ADHD.
Just like-
My ADHD is gonna invert, go back on itself,
just implode.
implode. Yeah, just sitting there. I'm gonna bring back spontaneous combustion. They all
A
had
whole new
ADHD
type.
the whole time.
Whole new type. It's just your fucking, the top of your head pops off and blood shoots out of your nose and ears.
Yeah. Oh my god, just a pop.
Yeah.
What was that?
What
Oh my
happened?
god! Liam's head blew off.
He fucking died. What happened?
Vyvanse.
By Vance?
No, Vyvanse.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, who the fuck is Vance?
No.
How do
was
you know
Vance.
somebody named Vance?
He's the head popper. That's what he does. It's his
He's
signature move.
It's
It's
just
his
a
calling card.
dermatologist.
No, he's a serial
Fucking
killer.
pops pimples.
Ew. Oh, dude.
It has the scalpel and spoons.
Yo, imagine being one of those content creators that makes like the weird content like that. You gotta do
Oh,
that
man.
all day.
I don't know why. It's like the fastest growing stuff ever. Like just weird, just heinous shit.
Fad.
It doesn't. Yeah,
like
no,
infatuation
like
content.
Well, because people obsess over shit that they don't normally get to see.
It's not a fetish, but it's like a. It's
why
fixation.
It's a good example of like why stuff like this doesn't pop off, because there's like the saturation of this kind of content, right? There's so many people that do this.
Name how many podcasts existed when we were in high school.
Oh, dude,
compared to now. It started blowing up when we were in high school, I think.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, towards the end,
yeah.
I would say, because like because that's the thing. We graduated.
20.
Jesus Christ.
17? 16? 15?
Next year, that'll be 10 years ago.
2015.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Bro, we're getting old, man. We can't relate to these Zoomers anymore.
This is the thing that I hate about being a 97 kid, is that like we're in that awkward position where we know a lot of the shit that millennials grew up with, and kind of like we still fit into that pocket where we recognize that and either absorbed it personally or are at least aware of it.
We don't have the nostalgia.
But you can't
for
relate to you can't relate to the 2000s onward kids, because they're just a different breed of human.
They have nostalgia for stuff that we just knew existed but was never meant for us.
Yeah.
So it's like, whoa, like you're having nostalgia about Gumball TV show. I'm pretty sure like wasn't that airing till like a couple years ago?
Yeah.
It's like, what are you, 5 years old? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Has a TikTok account and just commenting.
Well, I mean, okay,
like,
I'm a huge sap for nostalgia.
Same.
Like and it's funny too, because like if I watch something, say like 2 years ago, I can like rewatch that and be like, no.
Yeah.
You know, get like the nostalgia feels. I'm
back there
for that.
Dude, the biggest nostalgia thing for me that I've been seeing, because like I've seen this, there's this resurgence, or not resurgence, there's like a insurgence of like nostalgia content. I've seen like Instagram, YouTube shorts, stuff like that. Where it's like
Carry on,
just an edit of DS, like people playing stuff, like screenshots or like pictures of them on their DS.
Oh yeah,
and like holding it under the blankets and like hearing the different sound effects from like Mario 64 for DS or like all these other games. Like
my brother and I have one that we bounce back and forth. It would be like name the game, and it'll play like sound effects or soundtracks or whatever.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, we bounce those back and forth. My brother and I are only 2 years apart, so we bounce a lot of stuff back and forth, because we both grew up around a lot of the same shit, but still have a surprisingly amount of different interests.
Right?
It's one of those things. It's like, oh man, when we were growing up. Okay, hold on. Before I get into that, just to add on to that bit too, I was talking about like the one that I've been hating, and like ironically hating. It's just, you know, the fucking like these false Mandela effect ones that have been coming up.
Yes.
Like Mandela effect. He never said this, and it'd be something like some AI thing of the guy being like, I'm gonna fucking like rip his head off and fuck him in the ass. And it's just like, and it's like
Barney.
It's just like, what the fuck's happening right now?
Dude, the AI stuff is like, we're like, it's just like making other people that have tons of voice clips out there saying stuff is just like, oh my God.
Oh,
how are we gonna have a good election for the rest of history after this point? You
just don't know, right? But like, that whole thing about it, like, just everything has to be like official. Like, if it's not being played on some official fucking thing, you just can't accept it.
You can't.
It's just like this. Just some type of thing on the bottom being like, this is not real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or this is not the official account. Like, you'd have to be like flagged as like, oh, they know who's in the video.
Well, like I know, like when Twitter was starting to become X, they started introducing that whole thing of like content warnings. Like basically, people can sort of flag something as like illegitimate, and then
oh no, it's community notes.
Yeah.
That was a genius thing they did.
That needs to be on everything.
Yeah, straight up.
Literally, just be like, this is not real.
Yeah, because Instagram has a version of this, but it's not community based. It's their own like content detection based.
Yeah,
and I'll get it on like the randomest memes, and it's like this content is like, you know, been blurred for like flagged for like violence or whatever, and then it's just like not even non-violent. It's just like a kid playing Minecraft, and then like the next reel will be someone dying in a car accident, and it's not even
and
blurred.
It's not flagged.
Yeah. It's like, this doesn't work, but the user community notes
it was
is
a few
savage.
years ago. I got a YouTube ad that was literally just a schoolyard brawl, like kids fighting. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like that was back when they were freaking out and like, you know, like the whole made for kids thing when they were started doing the like putting all those provisions up and whatnot, but they were flagging people's content for like swearing and shit. It's like, I put not made for kids for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
You start blocking my content. Like, yeah. I mean, if something got flagged as like 18 plus, it would probably be this fucking podcast.
Straight up. Immediately.
But again, like even so, that's one of those things. Like,
we should just make our audio watermark for the podcast just fuck. And then that's how it starts. Immediately flagged. Like the second the YouTube hits the YouTube servers, it's just flagged. You have to like clip that. Just be like, yep, this is it. And it's just like, it just fades in a logo of like the podcast. Fuck, and then it just fades.
I still need to work on an intro for this thing. just that soundbite. Fuck. But yours, because yours was better.
Oh god. Yeah, and it's just like,
whoa, yours sounded like that.
We're out of here.
Yours sounded like that fucking thing was like
speak.
Yeah.
Sit.
Yeah. You knew exactly.
Speak. Fuck.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah. No, it's oh man. There's so many things that I wanna do.
There's not enough time, brother.
Dude, I'm gonna blink and be dead.
I can't wait till we can copy our consciousness and just have infinite Liams. Like, hey, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. I'm gonna go jerk off. I'll come back and check on you guys in a few hours. And then they'll each copy like, themselves and be like, hey, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. I'm gonna go jerk off.
Wasn't there a Johnny Depp movie that was Transcendence, I think it was called, which is literally that concept of copying a consciousness.
I didn't see that. I gotta watch it now.
I'm not sure it was like the best movie ever, but it's kind of like, to me, the concept of like copying your consciousness, to me, ideally would be like brain in computer.
Yeah.
Right? So like you're just like
sustained brain.
Yeah, like you just continue existing, but you're out of like your body.
Yeah.
Right? Like talking about like a legitimate out of body experience. Just that.
Yeah, transplant the brain.
Kind of.
To some like computer.
Or like
alive.
Like fucking Futurama jars, man.
Yeah.
Just like head in a jar. Yeah. Continue to exist.
You'd have to keep the spinal column too.
Honestly, like this is like out there fucking pseudoscience.
We need the nanobots first to enable that.
It's the idea that we're unfortunately not going to be around for that, and data is finite.
You know what? Good.
Just like life is.
I don't want an immortal Ronald McDonald to fucking dictate all of
an immortal
business and politics. Because, you know, the first guys to do that will be like these giant tech conglomerate guys. Or some random fucking billionaire for like space
fucking
mining.
Elon Musk.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I saw a funny meme the other day. Speaking of Elon Musk, you know how he's like X is going to be the next biggest thing for all. He's going to take over everything. It's like, so he has X. It's all like X whatever. X
so annoying.
It is so annoying. But the thing is, it's like
he owns X.
He's like, hey, we're going to take over YouTube. It's like, what's it going to be called, bro? X videos is taken. He's fucked. Yo, he borked himself. He can't take. Honestly, because like he's like, you know, Chat GBT or whatever can replace Google, all this stuff. So he's like, what's next? YouTube's gonna, like, Google's fucked. But I'm like, there's no way they're gonna replace YouTube.
Well, isn't
YouTube's kind of just like
Chat GBT get bought by Google?
Did it?
I thought it did.
No, Microsoft. But it wasn't bought by Microsoft. They invested.
Okay, hold on. It's fully integrated. That's why I was thinking that. Because when you open it, you can literally just, it's like ChatGPT account. You literally just log into your Google. That's why I was thinking.
Yeah, no. But no, they don't own like a huge share of it. I don't think at all. Microsoft does. They gave them billions.
Yeah.
And
well, like
the big thing that Elon Musk is suing OpenAI now, because, like, you know, he founded the company with this mantra of, like, you know, for the betterment of, and you know, to protect and like, let's get this ship rolling now on our terms before it just gets out of hand.
Yeah.
And now, basically, since Microsoft has invested so much money into OpenAI, he's like, you're basically Microsoft's bitch, and you know, it's no longer, you're no longer adhering to the, you know, the reasons why the company was founded. So, or the nonprofit or whatever it is, but it is for profit now, clearly.
Yeah.
Because it was just open source stuff they were doing, and now they're like, you have to pay for every token you use for all these like queries and stuff like that. So it's like, and it's integrated now with so many Microsoft products. All of Copilot is just ChatGPT.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to answer a quick text.
No worries.
It was about work.
I said open ChatGPT.
We were talking earlier. We didn't mention anything on the podcast about like what happened with my job, right?
No.
Yeah. It's not that important. There's I mean, it is important. It's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate situation, like layoffs, like different branches being shut down, and people losing their jobs and stuff. And then anyone who's sticking around, fortunately, I'm essential, but also got a bunch of cuts. It sucks. It's absolute fucking dog water, but it is what it is.
That's topical for we're talking about all the AI stuff.
Like workers becoming irrelevant?
Yeah, well, it's like I'm all for the development of AI, but I'm like, we should also at the same time be working just as hard on making jobs that are going to get replaced for those whose people are going to lose their jobs. It's like if you're going to replace jobs, you should actually replace jobs.
It sucks, dude. And like, again, everything is a on-demand platform, right? Like, you know, Amazon is as big as it is because people can say, look, I want this and I want it tomorrow. Yeah. Right? They can. And if they're close enough, a drone fucking drops it off at their goddamn door. Yeah. Right? Like, what? We're living in fucking, like, some 2099 shit. Yeah. Right? It's just, like, it's funny to think of how, like, our situation, we're sort of like, we're not out in the sticks, but we're away from the hustle and bustle. Yeah. We're far enough removed. Yeah, like we're far enough removed that we don't have like technology and high-end living just being forced down our throats, right? Because again, if you live in Toronto, if you know, like if you're in that space, you see all kinds of shit all the time, right? Different standards of living, the highs, the lows, literally fucking everything. Oh, I remember whatever part of that spectrum of living that you're on, you see it. You see everything. You immediately see the changes. Like I remember, when I lived there, I used Uber all the time. Yeah, I remember pulling up the app and seeing Uber helicopter flights for the first time. I'm like, oh my god, I guess that makes sense. There's an option now. But I'm like, holy fuck! Like if I was, way up here, like they would never see that. But like, on demand. But that's the thing. It's like how is that a thing that is like that's normalized? Yeah. Is this idea that literally I could fucking Uber a helicopter? On a push of a button, you need that? And how much does it cost? It was like thousands. Thousands for one ride? Yeah, to get picked up. That's because you have to go to the pad too, but like it makes sense. That's fair. But that's also fucking minimum wild. Charge. It's like it started with a minimum, and then you have to. Yeah, well, I mean, of course. Yeah, and probably like a minimum distance as well. I don't know if it's still a thing. I remember seeing it and being like, whoa. Like heliport, like wherever. Yeah, go from point A to point probably B. Somewhere like Muskoka or something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's private stuff, and there was also like emergency too. You could probably get to. Fucking going up to cottage country and shit like that, or like a fucking what are they called? The fucking like the seafaring plane, the one you know what I'm talking about, the ones that can land on the lake. Oh, with like the pontoons. Yeah. Propeller pontoon plane. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like, well, again, like in all the work that I've done, I've seen shit like that. Yeah. Right? I've worked and done jobs for like the exceedingly wealthy that own or have people that fly them around in these fucking things. Yeah. Right, either the guy is rich enough to own one and has a license himself, and he just fucking takes himself places.
Dude,
or
it's a gateway. Like once you learn how efficient transportation is with a plane, I get it. I'm like, if I could afford a plane, I would have one.
Well,
you can get a flight from here if you own your own plane. My uncle has his own plane. He just upgraded to
like a
this.
private plane.
Yeah, and it isn't just like a prop plane. It's like a turboprop, so it's like a jet.
Yeah,
and he can get from here to South Carolina in 2.5 hours. Oh, he can fly up here in the morning, spend a whole 12 hours here, and fly back.
Yeah,
in the same day.
Yeah.
How long would it take to drive? At least at like half a day to drive.
South Carolina, at least
yeah,
getting close to a day.
and that's like diagonal out. So like that's like the same as to Florida,
Yeah,
probably. So it's like holy shit, man.
being able to just fly down.
Just a blast down, blast up, wherever.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
The world is your oyster once you get that level of transportation.
Well, that's the thing when they talk about like being wealthy, right? Because everyone needs money, but for me, like I think like paying my bills and being able to live a comfortable life to me would be peak.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm talking
Straight
about
up.
like bills paid. I can also afford to go on vacation like once a year. I can afford to sort of like do things on the weekend. That to me, that's peak.
Yeah.
Because that's living.
Yeah.
Right? Like you work, you do the things that you want to do in your free time. If that is the height of my success in life, I've made it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's fine. Being so fucking rich that I would have a fucking plane, dude. The stress.
Well, it's a trade-off too. Like how did you get that much money?
Oh, dude,
Like,
you were like
that's a
grinding,
huge
you were grinding like
misnomer.
a fucking 100 hours a week.
Yeah, is that like that's
For,
a weird
like-
thing I've noticed is like this eat the rich mentality is kind of like I don't know, it's kind of whack to me because it's like isn't the goal to make as much money as you can because it's reflective of how much effort you put in.
So
and then
okay,
the
so
second
we
you
talk
get
about, when
a
we
ton
talk
of
about
money,
eat the rich, to me, I agree with the mindset like multi-billionaires. Like
Yeah.
there should never be a fucking trillionaire.
but people will treat like people who make north of 100,000 a year as if they're billionaires and like they're scum. It's like you're crazy. It's like these people bust their ass off and
Well,
then
not to
and
mention,
then like
100. What does 100K get you these days? It's like it's a comfortable living. It's not after taxes, dude. That 100K is not worth 100K.
no.
That 100K brought you right back down to probably like a functional 60K.
Yeah, straight up.
Like, and if that's a single income household, you're not living a fancy life,
Nope.
right? Like you're fucking getting by in today's economy.
Yeah. I feel like you're middle class. If you make like around 100K, 80 to
Well, like
100K.
I mean, like where I okay. I mean, I don't know. What's your annual net?
like 40, 20 to 40.
Dude, I make a fucking quarter of what you make. I pay my cheap rent
Yeah.
and my credit card bill because I like to entertain myself.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Shit's fucked.
And I was doing like some quick math the other day, and I'm like, because I was looking at statistics of like couples that end up getting married and when they have kids.
Yeah.
Because like I can't have kids, and neither can my girlfriend.
You're sterile?
She can't. No, but I'm saying like I don't want to have kids.
Okay. There's a difference between can't and
I
don't
can't
want.
afford kids. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And I was trying to calculate. I'm like, okay, how much would I have to make?
I was gonna say, I'm like, that's a huge revelation you've never shared. If that is a thing,
I wish I was sterile. That'd be sick. I can just like, I'd be just shooting blanks everywhere, man. It'd be sick. I wouldn't have to worry.
because-
It'd just be awesome. Yeah, yeah. No, but I'm just like, okay, for shits, let's do some quick math on like how much it would cost to raise kids in the future when I will be in my 30s or 40s, when
Yeah.
people typically do that. And it's like, it's going to cost like $500,000 for now's money if inflation just keeps going, which is like, I'm never going to be able to afford that.
No, it's
Like, because I did it with like, I don't compromise who I am now and on my spending habits now. Like, how much more would I have to make? And it'd have to be in the hundreds of thousands.
You get breaks for having kids,
Yeah,
But-
you do. Yeah, but I mean, like over the span of like the 16 years minimum that you have to deal with them, it costs like all your money.
This is the thing. For me, like, it's like I'm in the mindset that I would not want to have a kid accidentally while I have no means of taking care of that child.
Straight up.
But if I had the money, I wouldn't mind having one.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
two.
And that's a big thing for me. Is like, you know, once I get to that point in my life, like that's a huge
Ladies,
driver for me.
putting that out there. If I have money someday,
There you
one or
go. There you go. Josh, the second you hit that bracket of like past 30 and we're just targeting only 30-year-olds, that's when there's a resurgence and it'll be like, oh, he's got his thing going. He's kind of cool. And then
This is
all of
the
a sudden you're the
problem.
popular guy.
Dude, this is the problem, is that I worry about and being like a step parent. Not because I wouldn't care about the kid,
Yeah.
right? It's nothing like that. It's just the idea of like, it's just the idea that like you're not the kid's parent. You're not, you know, like you can be there for them and you can impart wisdom, but like it's not the same, I guess. It's kind of
Yeah.
fuck, what 110%, it's like the situation that I have in my family, right?
Yeah.
Like I constantly live in this mindset where like on both sides of that coin, I would just rather them butt the fuck out,
Yeah.
right? Step parents to me in general, just like back the fuck off. I don't care what you have to say.
Yeah.
Right? I have my mom and I have my dad who live in separate houses, but actually give a shit,
Yeah.
or at least show that they give a shit. And then the other two who just kind of go like, eh.
Oh, because this is a whole thing. It's like, you know,
And again,
your biological parents made you, and your step parents didn't. Like the reason your step parent is in your life is because they got in with your
I know
parent.
that's my experience with my step parents.
Yeah.
And I would hate to be that for someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
imparting like a lot of negatives and like, and again, I would never want to be the guy who's that negative, because that shit's just fucking wild. That's a whole other fucking beast.
Yeah.
But being present enough and being sort of like well-rounded enough to be sort of like I don't know, it's different. It's different when it's your own kid versus someone else's kid, because, and especially if things don't work out, you lose that.
Yeah.
Right? Like you'll never have that with that. So if you do get along well with that kid and the relationship falls apart, that's it, right? That's over.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's the thing I've realized that I miss most about my past relationships isn't the actual person I was with. It's like the other friendships and like, you know, I made
'Cause
with their
you
family
get-
and stuff.
Yeah, you get alienated, right? Like, if not out of a sense of obligation to the other person, like just sometimes people hang out with the couple, not the person,
Yeah.
right? And that's kind of like, and I hear it all the time where people will talk about like, oh, well, like so and so, you know, they group them together. They are friends with that couple, not any one of them as an individual.
Yeah.
So it's the idea that if like one of them fucked up, someone has to make an effort to stay friends with the other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like it's a totally different game.
Dodge that, man.
Well, and again, like I said, I mean, like I'm 27 now. I mean, that's when we talked about, you said 30, right?
Yeah.
Like being someone's
North of 30, man, they all just start targeting people that are more safe. And it's just like the second we become, because, you know, once men get into like their 30s or 40s, that's when they're amassing the most of their value, like financially and like security, job
Well,
security, stuff like that.
and
And that
mentally.
becomes all of a sudden super attractive
Yeah.
for women
I just
that are looking for that,
yeah.
that are in the market in
If
their
it's
30s.
not, well, again, if it's not like directly financial security, at the very least, the desire to explore is reduced, because everyone hits that point where they're old enough to be like, I've had my fun,
Yeah.
right? Or like, I'm done fucking around, right? Because some people end up in shitty, you know, and that's the other thing too. Some people end up with kids out of shitty relationships, so there's a whole other fucking can of worms in that
Yeah.
one. I don't know. It's just and it's not to say that I couldn't. It's just the idea that I wouldn't know how to handle that without living it,
Yep.
right? Because obviously, if I met my person and she has a kid, that's just, it is what it is, right?
Yep.
Like, it's kind of, yeah, I don't know. At the very least, I wouldn't be with someone who has kids who was like very, very quick to be like, can you pick them up from school? And it's like, we've been seeing each other for 3 months.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, that's your child. I'm not. And again, I don't know. Maybe that sounds crazy. I don't know.
No, it depends on who it is, man, and that's just your.
It's the
own personal
again, it's the
boundary.
idea that like early into the relationship, the expectation to me personally shouldn't be like, I'm gonna introduce this person to my kid/kids,
and use them as a free babysitter.
kind of, yeah. It's this exactly right, because there's no building of the relationship.
All of
You're
a
just-
sudden,
there's an
it's now there's two
expectation.
things going on.
Yeah,
there's
it's like,
there's you and her, and then there's also
and again, most of the people that I've talked to that have kids aren't like that,
yeah,
right? But they exist.
yeah.
Not everyone's great.
That's a whole minefield,
man. I'm certainly not fucking perfect.
How dare you? Single mothers are heroes.
No, no.
Like,
See,
yeah, of course they are.
That's not what I mean. It's
Yeah.
literally just that there are there's just some. My point is that there's some batshit people out
Yeah,
there
and
that
there's
are
some
just
sketch
like unhinged,
scenarios out there.
that are like
That north
you
of
take
the fucking.
you take them out a couple times, you hook up with them a couple times, and then you become a free babysitter while they get to go around and do other shit. They exist. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I know a friend who's been through that. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know people.
Fuck, dude. My brother was living that life.
Yeah, man.
For years he was living that life. That's
crazy.
fucking crazy. Fucking like 4 years of his life fucking being the babysitter. Dude, he would come back here, she would go off and fuck some other guy.
That's crazy.
And his stuff would be on the end of the driveway by the time he got back. And then he'd be back here for a few weeks and then back out when the other guy realized what the fuck was up.
That's insane.
Seriously.
That's crazy.
These kind of people exist. It's insane.
Yeah, yo, this is like some like small town Ontario shit. I feel like there's a little bit of a correlation.
This is small town shit like anywhere in North America.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shit's nuts. I don't know, man. I don't know.
We're getting old. We're
Yep.
getting there. But you know what? There's plenty of fish in the sea besides ones that have.
What did I say to Kyle? I'll pull it up. Give me a second. Said
So
to,
this weather we're having.
I fucking no.
All my small talk skills have just gone out the window because I don't care anymore.
I said, need me a low-key, big titty goth girl who loves anime and video games. Ideal woman.
Is this too much to ask?
He just hearted it and put facts.
Yeah, straight facts, brother.
Yeah, we were talking about I don't know, occasionally we have that conversation, just be like, hey, so how's women treating you? Sometimes the conversation comes up, and I mean that shit comes up like less and less with particularly with you, because you just talk about like, yo, I need to like find one of her friends to take you out on like a double date or something.
Yeah,
It's one of those.
straight up.
I've never been in that situation where any of my friends, like any of you guys, have been in a relationship that was also like, oh, I have a friend that would be perfect for them. It's never happened to me.
Well,
And I don't know if it's because I'm like out there or what. And it's like, I don't even know what out there means in that context. I don't even know what the fuck I just said.
all I know is the second I see like the perfect compatible person for you, I'm matchmaking you guys so fast. So fast.
Storms out of the restaurant. Fucking bitch. Call me a fucking short, fat loser. You're like, dude, if that happens, I've failed you.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It won't be that bad. At the very least, it'll just be like 6 months later, be like, yeah, we didn't work out.
Yeah, probably.
Anyone else below that bar,
dude,
not even bother suggesting to
I
you.
wouldn't even be 6 months. I'm pretty quick to figure out if someone's not right.
Yeah.
That's pretty much been my life of relationships, is figuring out people weren't right.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I got lucky. I went Christmas shopping. I went out to buy gifts for people, came back with a potential girlfriend. Basically, no, I ended up getting her number like before Christmas, and then like a month later, I took
You
her
had
on
an
a
added
date.
benefit too of like, but you've sort of like,
I already knew her.
yeah,
Like we went to elementary school together. So.
yeah. So it's like it's.
I hadn't seen her in like over 10 years, but still.
But
That right there skips the
situation
bullshit.
is like that's like the fucking modern fairy tale version of a relationship, right? Just finding someone who you knew growing up who happens to be single and hitting it off, right? Because you've already got the stepping stone of knowing a baseline about each other.
And I am so over the early stages of every relationship, as I've been through it so many times. I'm just like,
the awkward.
I don't
twiddling
care
your
to get
thumbs,
to
like-
know your old a little shit about you. I've done this with like 12 other women. I'm done. I don't know. That may be very shallow of me or something.
You
but
heard
like,
it here first, folks. Liam hates getting to know women.
Yeah, straight up. No.
He's like, yo, straight up, I do not fucking
Straight up,
care
I hate
about
women.
how shit your day at work was. Shut the fuck up.
Now where's my dinner?
Just is a fucking cunt.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Jesus.
No, but there comes a point where you've been through it all, and it's just kind of like,
No, I get what you mean.
you know, and that's, I don't know what it is. It's just like after
What's
you've
the idea
been
first?
through
Like,
it all,
of any good relationship requires a good foundation. I was just saying that. It's the idea like you had a baseline. You knew her.
but it's not like I don't invest the time to
I
get
think-
to learn about her. It's like because with her, it's effortless, and that's the reason why I'm with her.
But that's the best thing.
Because I wasn't looking for anything, and she is so good. I know I can't pass up on this.
Right, but that's usually how the best case scenario happens, is when you're not looking for it.
Yes.
When it falls in your lap and you're just like, I guess this is
Yeah.
guess
I
this is
literally
it.
remember that same week telling everybody, at least at one point, like, yeah, 2024, just locking in, not doing anything, not looking for love.
I remember that conversation.
And then literally the same week,
Yeah.
like the second that was cemented for me, boom, out of nowhere. She just
Well, it was like
pops
over
into existence.
It was like over the course of like fucking 2 weeks that you were like,
Oh, I'm seeing this girl.
it was like, I'm locking in. I'm not fucking thinking about this shit. I gotta fucking get the grind going. To next week, like, hey, I met a girl. You said the name, and I'm like, I know her.
Yeah.
We had a long conversation about that.
Josh getting stalked as a child.
That's the funny part too. I know
Kids
your
being
girlfriend
kids,
from
man.
before too, and
That-
it was like when you told me who, I was just like, yo.
You want to tell the story? Just anonymously tell the story?
Well, I don't have to mention her name.
Yeah, I
You
know, but
haven't.
also, yeah, from his childhood.
Well, this is okay. So this is my perspective, and I know you've said you wouldn't
So,
show her.
I
Hold on
mentioned-
a second.
Okay.
I don't know how much you've said. Let me say this first. You
Okay.
can tell me your bit in a second.
Okay.
This is from my perspective of how things were. My account is probably going to be very different,
Yeah,
right?
it is. Yeah.
But all I can say is that when Liam told me who he was dating, that nervous laugh that you do where you're like, huh, came out of me. I never do that shit.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, oh no. Like I was like, oh god. It's just like, I'm like, dude, I for your sake, I hope this is legit. That was my first reaction.
And I hope she's changed.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
That
so
was
tell him what.
Okay, so hold on. Say your bit before I get into it.
What's my bit?
You said you told her that conversation that we had, and that there was a reaction.
Oh, yeah, and no, about like how like I told her that we talked. And
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
knew her. Yeah, and I don't know. She was just like, oh yeah, I kind of remember him. Yeah, that's it. It was like nothing crazy.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Josh has like
fucking trauma,
PTSD.
like actual legitimate, like, oh god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like when okay, so was she, I don't remember. I know she's a year older than us, but it was like around first grade that she had sort of like a fixation on me that I couldn't quite explain. She was hanging around me a lot, and I think a lot of that stemmed from my dad and his girlfriend would hang out with her family a lot.
Yeah.
They just party together, and we'd be over there like barbecues and pool parties or whatever the fuck. She developed a fixation on me. We were in school, and she just like it just seemed like I couldn't get away from her.
Yeah.
And like that young girl kind of fixation, right? It was just, to me, as a person who grew up as a shy person, positive attention in heavy doses is just like, what the fuck do you want from me?
Yeah.
Like, just like, what is your deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like an unhealthy amount of attention, just a lot of like, oh, hi Josh, hi he, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, even as a young kid, just I've always had this weird aversion to like attention, especially like overly positive attention. I can talk to people all the fucking day, if they're just chill.
Yeah.
But if you're like, hee hee, I'm just like, what fucking scheme are you cooking up? What the fuck is happening? Am I gonna fucking like walk down a back alley and get fucking murdered? Like,
yeah, like,
this?
come here, Josh, let's go play hopscotch in the fucking alleyway.
Yeah.
And then you just some guy sack over your head in the van. You're gone.
Yeah, no, I just like, I just had such an aversion, and I did whatever I could to avoid her. She legitimately, like, I would say she freaked me out. Like, it was just like, oh my god, I can't get away from her.
I'm gonna show her this clip. And she's gonna be like, I don't remember that.
Well, it's just, I don't know. And again, like, 110% could have just been being friendly, and the fact that our parents knew each other.
Part of it could also be like, because she is autistic.
Yeah,
like the high functioning autism. It's not like,
yeah.
And so and you know, she's on the spectrum, so it's like, as a kid, that behavior manifests differently. So like, you know, she could have had that Kubrick stare, man. Who knows?
That is a perfect fucking description.
Just like, hi, Josh.
Yeah. Hi.
Like,
meanwhile, I'm like, hi.
What the fuck?
Freaked out.
It's like a Dahmer ass.
Just
look.
like fucking. What's the Is it the obsessed girlfriend with like the wide-eyed stare? Just like in the fucking.
Hi, Josh.
Yeah. Fucking just like.
Yeah, who knows, man? Yeah.
Just like. The thought gave me chills to like what the point, like when like years later in high school, you know, probably didn't even really recognize me, fucking winding up in the same room, and I just like, oh god.
And now we get to go on dinners together, Josh.
We still haven't. I had to cancel that one time.
Yeah, we'll get around to it.
Yeah. Hopefully, when it's not just me third wheeling. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's just like, I don't want to like put the bros in that situation, because it's just like,
well, I mean, like, I don't know, like, there's that whole thing about
we
like,
can hang out. Don't get me wrong, but there will also be moments where it's like,
you know what?
She'll grab my hand and you'll just be like,
what I think is better. You talked about it when I picked you up today. Like a barbecue.
Yeah, that's
better. That's a better circumstance to have that happen.
Yeah.
100%. Because if it's like going out and like you guys are like just chilling out doing the weird relationship shit, and I'm just sitting there in the corner being a fucking weirdo.
Cock.
My friend's cucking me, boys.
Like, here's the chair. Go sit in it. Oh god. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna be that guy. I promise. I'm not gonna be that guy. That's always so awkward too, where like the guy that one of the bros that gets in a relationship is just like smooching, smogging, right in friggin'
it's just like
right in front of everyone. It's just like, bro, we're having a conversation, now you're like swapping saliva. It's like, I have no problem with that, just don't do it around me. Like, all the time while
there's
bro
such
time.
a social disconnect for that.
Where's the bromance? What happened to the bro?
I'm just talking about like the it's just like I don't know. I mean the tone switch right there. I just got serious. Was just like, what, like, cool. So I'm supposed to just sit here like fucking staring at my phone like, well, you guys fucking Mac, like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
Just like oh, depression, circling, spinning, going down the drain. Here we go.
You ever have that moment where you're just like living life, and then like you get into an awkward situation and you're just like,
Dude,
How
I'd
did I
probably
get? How
have a
did I
nervous
get here?
breakdown. Like, I'd probably be like, and like just start fucking freaking out just to break it up.
Just spins out, goes, leaves.
Just fucking like, just spins out like Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Gone. Yeah. No, but I had these moments where it's like, in times like that, I've just been like, how did I get here? What am I doing with my life?
Who are my friends that they would invite me to fucking watch them make out with their girlfriend?
That's what it boils down to. It's just like, oh, cool,
Like,
man.
Yo, if you all have people and you're all drinking and you're all doing stuff, I don't know. Like, even that's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I've been in situations where it's like there was supposed to be a bunch of the guys
it's
there.
PDA, right? The term for that, public
Yeah.
display of affection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't care about PDA if y'all are just doing your thing, but if we're hanging out, dude, like,
Yeah.
because it's not like, ew, yucky kisses.
Yeah.
You know, like fucking, what are you, 2? Like,
What
are you,
5 years old?
no, it's just like the
Girls are gross. Let's bring back the cooties. Bring back the stigmatization towards cooties, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, it's just
We're bringing it back.
I haven't heard that in forever.
Yo. Yeah.
That is a trip and a half.
That's a sample. Time to go back.
Yep. Oh fuck, man.
If only we could go back.
To what? What would you go back to?
I would go back to the days where all I had to do was play DS at night. That's it. That was the best. No taxes. No tax evasion.
If I could go back my mind now into an 18-year-old body, I would have told myself to just fucking go to school.
I would have jerked off more.
I
would have been in a wheelchair by now. The amount of beating off I'd have done.
fucking
Just bruises everywhere for the sheer amount of...
I'm shocked I didn't have a stroke that one time, man.
Yo, that one time.
Did I tell you about that time that I was dry firing because I was doing that too
we've
much
all
in
been
one
there.
day?
We've all been there. It was a good day.
Literally hurts.
What was it though?
Huh?
What made you go the distance? Did you like find some new kink and it was just like, oh shit,
No!
this is in my DNA?
It's just like, no, it's just like, I don't know, like you're just fucking like depressed and like,
The depressed nut. Okay.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
just like
I have nothing else in
Like-
my life that gives as much.
sesh number 9 or some shit.
Clocking in for session number 9.
We went from the goo to the liquidy goo to the foam to the nothing.
Oh, what the fuck? The foam, dude. Oh.
When you're literally like, it's like there's nothing left. You're just like when
Not even smegma left.
you talked about
just
when you
evaporated
talked
away.
about shooting blanks earlier. I was just like, I've been there literally.
Your dick's just like dry. Ew.
Just
Oh.
just fucking dick queefs.
Dude, I remember I've been there where like I let go when I was done and it was like and it's just like dry and then all of a sudden it's just like I feel how dry I am and I'm like, what have I done? And I can like feel how much I've like chafed my fucking skin at this point. I'm just like, bro,
Oh man,
I'm a monster. Just like looking at my hands like
it's just the oh god. Just
I've gone to the point where I just switched
chapping.
my bad hand because I was getting a cramp in my hand.
y'all made fun of me that one time when I told you that I used my left because of the curve.
Dude, that's smart though. That's smart.
It fits better in my hand, dude.
It's called optimization. Ergonomics, brother.
They're like, yo, if she lays on one side and leg up that one way, dude, I'm poking her right in the G spot. If she flips around, that's just like, I don't know.
You're hitting my bladder. Please stop. I have to pee now. It's game over.
Dude, if I had that problem, I'd be like King Penis.
King Penis. That's a new nickname. King Penis.
It's not my nickname.
Don't set me up with that name.
I'm
That's
as
just-
fucking
that's not-
average as they come. Do not build false expectations. I can't believe we spent the last 20 minutes talking about this shit.
Yo, what?
Or it feels like.
I was gonna go and do another bender, so let's cut it off there.
Finished your bender.
I could. Oh, if only I could finish.
Tell us your bender, and then we'll call it an episode.
Well, I always find it weird that like there's some guys out there that just like they just have a lot. They just come lots, and then there's just like me. I've always been that guy. It's just like done.
That was it.
That was it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I'm the same.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, I mean,
Meanwhile, some guys like round 7, he's like shooting like fucking
like,
a whole quart.
Like if I'm in a position where like I'm trying for kids with my lady there, and like
round
she's
9,
gotta, like, and she's
maximizing our
she's gonna have to
statistics.
like she's gonna have to like catch me on like the first or second round, and then like just like fucking just tilt ass up in the air and just let that shit leak in, because there's not enough that it's swimming in there easily.
You get the turkey baster and boost it. Give her a booster shot.
Turkey baster.
Turkey baster loaded with lube, and you just give her the booster shot. Launch that shit.
We
deep.
need to fucking stop this episode now. This is fucking horrid. Okay.
You get the fleshlight, you turkey baster the fleshlight, and then you stick that shit in her.
What?
I figured it out. I'm a mad scientist. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
You would have an easier time with the turkey baster.
Yeah, so you come in the fleshlight, you stick the baster in the fleshlight, soak up all your nice baby making juices.
Now
then
I get
you
what you're
inject
saying.
that shit in her.
I thought you were saying put the fucking fleshlight in her. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, then you just like this, poof, and it just launches like
Put
a
a
cannon.
fucking like a suction thing. Is like,
That's a new toy. It's a strap on that you put your dick in.
this man's been watching inflation.
But then it's for guys who have like us, similar persuasion as us, where we have just like the one nut and we're done. No, there's no more cum. And what we do is we come in the strap on, then you go like this.
You know,
and it
all
goes
these
into
times
cannon mode.
all these-
and it's just like a confetti cannon inside her.
Oh my god.
And it just blasts our.
I realized how much editing I'm gonna have to do with all this shit, that I'm gonna have to like, you know, like that anime, like, wow.
You have to put a disclaimer.
It's gonna be like a fucking 18+ podcast, my guy. Like subs only.
Just put the fuck at the start. Fuck! And then just like, oh, okay, this isn't for kids. I'm out.
Let's not get into this, dude. We need to fucking end this episode.
Yeah, so anyways, let's go back to our taxes and adult stuff.
Not this episode.
Yeah, I know.
We need to pack it in.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Lag podcast. We will catch you again way sooner than the next time.
Yeah,
than the last time.
This is now the semi-annual podcast. We're gonna go for semi-monthly, semi-quarterly.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like semi-monthly. That's like every 2 weeks.
Yeah. We could do it. We could do on-location stuff. That'd be fun.
We do on location. We could also do monthly. I've talked about doing that.
That'd be good. And
But-
that would also force the bro hangout, so it'd be good.
Yeah.
Little therapy sesh, trauma dump.
Well, I mean, we have these fucking.
I'm gonna save all my trauma for it.
We have these wicked conversations that you've just listened to all the fucking time, and I think we just need to have them in front of a microphone.
Yeah.
Not even to sour the experience.
I'm gonna buy that XY mic that's like built into like a recorder thing device, and I'm gonna have it mounted in your fucking car. So when you pull up, you just press record. So when I get in, that's how we start.
Yeah,
that would actually be a really cool.
Well,
podcast
we've
idea.
talked about doing that, recording stuff in the car. We're fucking starting
I'm
like a whole other episode. We need We need to like. We have ideas. We need to fucking pack this episode in. We keep saying
we're cooking.
Like,
all right, we cooked enough. Let's roll.
We cooked. Now we need the
chef. Speaking of which, good movie.
I said we need to cook, but now we need to fuck. Okay,
all right, boys.
We're out of here.
We got an agenda now.
Yeah.
Later, losers.